Hi guys. So I wanted to show you guys something that I bought recently that I think would be very helpful if you struggle with time management, and you don't have to buy the same thing. I'm not affiliated or anything, but it might give you some ideas in organizing yourself for online classes. So I'm a planner person. I write down everything in my planner, and the company that I use is called the Happy Planner, and they recently came out with an extension pack. It's undated, called the Homeschool Extension Pack. And I don't homeschool, but I thought the setup was really nice for taking classes. So I have it right here. It doesn't come with these discs because it's an extension pack, so I own discs already and I just put it on. It doesn't come with like a cover, so I have bought myself a cover. It hasn't come in the mail yet. So, it's not something if you don't, you might have to buy some additional things, but disc-bound systems like this you can find at Walmart. You can find them at Staples. Target has some, so you can find an existing planner and then you can put this in it, which is what I, would do if I didn't already have some of these things. But anyway, so I thought it's really nice because it's got 4 months here, and so that's basically a full semester. You can have term 1, term 2, and you can keep track of your classes. So what I'm going to do shortly is give you another view, and I'm going to walk you through it and show you how I would use it. And you don't have to even buy this, but it might give you some ideas of how to organize yourself, even if you have your own planner or do it on a computer or, just whatever you want to do. But I thought this gives us a really nice structure. So, see you in a bit. Alright guys, so I know this is not the best way to do this. I was trying to do something fancy. I do not have a fancy YouTube setup for showing things, so I'm just kind of standing up with my phone, so bear with me. But it comes with basically 4 months worth, which is actually kind of perfect for a semester, that you can use this for both of your classes. So I'm going to it just comes in this little thing, and I'm going to kind of walk through it. So probably don't really care too much about the design, but here's why I think this would be really helpful. So first off, we've got monthly pages here. So you can see that you've got the month and it's undated, which is really nice. So you can start it whenever you want. And what I really like, and I'm going to focus on here, is that on the left, so it's got to do. So if there's like monthly to-dos, you can put that there. But then there's also deadlines. So if there's a proctored exam or something like that, you can put that in the deadlines. You can even just put when each week, like instead of subject, you could put week 1, week 2, week 3, or whatever, when those homeworks are due. So you could just say week 1 due, week 2 due, and do that, so that to keep you kind of track. And then this says this month's themes, but you can just use that as another to-do list or something like that, or even just say this month's classes or something and list your classes. So this is just kind of open-ended here for you. And then, okay, so here I'm going to zoom in here. So we've got monthly goals, which is kind of nice. So if you have specific goals of trying to get certain things done. Learning resources. So it looks like these are dated, but I think you could probably just wipe that out or whatever, but just list like tutor.com, maybe even websites of good things, like a link to my YouTube channel. You can write down things like that. Things to prep. This looks like it could be just a to-do list for the month that you can make. It's got some other stuff that you could probably just white out or write over. Inspirational quote. I mean, you're not doing field trips, so you can ignore that kind of stuff. It has an attendance log, which I think is for the homeschooling kind of crowd, because you do have to keep track of attendance. But maybe instead you can keep track of, did you do, it looks like it's got each month here, so you can, each one row is 1 month, or one column is 1 month. But instead you can say like discussion posts for each class. So class 1 main post, class 1 reply post number 1, reply post number 2. And like you can do that, and then you can bubble it in when you've done it. So that way you know that you did each of these things. So that's one idea that you can use this for. On the back there's more of a attendance log. There's actually several of them. Grade tracker here. So this is really nice because you can write down basically just the assignment. Date maybe not important, or class, basically class. Maybe the date you submitted it, just to make sure that it got submitted. and then what the assignment was, and the percent you got, and then the letter grade. So if you want to, that could be nice for you. Can help you keep track. So it's got several pages of those. And then we've got our reading list. So this is really nice. So you can put in your textbook. You probably don't care too much about the author. Maybe just is a, maybe not even the exact title. You know, I guess for math you could just put ebook, or you can put like websites or something like this. You can always white these things out and name them whatever you want, but to read by. So maybe instead of, you know, instead of title, author, subject, you can put math, week 1, and then put like the sections that you need to read, and then a due date for when to read those, so you can keep track of that. Or even in addition to reading, you can put a list of the videos to watch and use that too. So you can easily just white these out and rename them. And if you want to make a list of the videos, and when you want to have those videos done, you can plan out, I'm going to watch this video this day, or read this section by this day, and you can plan that out. So there's several pages of that. And then we've got these blank pages, and maybe you do these for each class, like math or something like that. Or maybe you can do it for week 1. A description of maybe what you're learning that week, like what the topics are, the course objectives, or maybe you can put that in the lesson overview, whichever makes more sense to you. Important dates, like maybe what I might do is put down a list of everything that you need to do, or maybe do that in the deadlines. Each task that you have to do for the week, write it down, and then put in the date, or maybe make a checklist or something like that. But because you could probably rearrange these and put both classes on here, have one on the left, one on the right, and then use it as your deadlines, and then just label these week 1, and we've got another one here, so that'd be week 2, week 3, week 4, and then that basically goes through a whole month. And then we've got the actual weekly pages. So here you can even block this out, like have one color be like math, your other color your second class, and you can write down what you're going to do that day. And so you can even, important assignments, or there quizzes coming up, don't forget, weekly focus, key points to cover. So I like the way that this is organized. I think it works really well for what we do. You know, if you don't want to have it start, like it starts on Monday, you can always white these out and start on Wednesday, since that's what our week starts. You can do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and rename them. You can even get stickers that are renames like that. They have Saturday and Sunday blocked out because those are weekends. So, I mean, it depends on how you want to rename these things. But then there's also projects and like what's upcoming, so you can keep an eye on that. What I would probably do is just rename it and then maybe draw lines going across and just ignore the coloring or something like that. And so they've got that for each week. And so these are all messy when you're not on discs. The way this is, like, it's meant to be put inside one of their planners, which I own their planners, and then you can buy little discs and like covers and things like that. But this is the type of planner I do because I like that I can pull the pages out. And then at the very end of each month, you just got jotted down so you can put notes to yourself there. And so I believe that each section is a repeat of that. So, I mean, you don't have to buy this. You can do the same sort of organization yourself to keep you on track. But I like this idea of how it's like breaking down. You know, make sure you're keeping track of your grades, maybe keep track of what you have to do for each week, and then you can even plan it out block by block for each class. So I just wanted to show that. What I think I'm going to do is actually go through this, and it does come with stickers for renaming and numbering the weeks and things like that. So it does have some stickers. What are these stickers? More day stickers. These say co-op and field trip. I don't think you would need those. But I think what I'm going to do is actually go through and fill this out as an example for the classes I teach, just so you can see how you can use this, and sort of, it's like taking my suggested schedule and then putting it in like a planner kind of thing. And if you're curious about what their planners look like, I'm just going to pull out the one that I'm using this year, just to give you an idea. So it's just, what I like about it is that you can literally just pull pages out and rearrange it. Let me put this down here so you can actually see it. But
like I'm someone, I have to have planners and stickers. So they have a whole bunch of different layouts. I use an hourly layout for all my meetings, just so I can keep track of that. But you basically can buy one of these planners, or you can even, they just have regular notebooks. So this is, I also own their notebooks. It's just a regular notebook. This has blank paper. This one's lined. But you can buy that and then stick it in here or pull out the paper, however you want to do it. Or you can make your own and just organize this using the idea. But I think this would be really helpful if you're someone that really struggles with time management, and especially if you have kids and you're trying to figure out, how do I manage their time, their classes? Like maybe you need to have one of these for them as well, or have a planner just for them in some way that you can, you know, fit it all together, because they're probably doing things on home by home. You have to keep track of all that. So anyway, so that is, just wanted to show that to you guys, see if that helps, or at least gets you thinking about how you can organize yourself. So hopefully this was helpful.